It is just after 3 a.m. There we go. So I actually don't know what day it is. That's how long I've been doing this challenge. It's probably more than 7 days now. Okay, so this week's 7-day challenge is on productivity, especially at night. I myself, by nature, I'm not an early bird, so this challenge hasn't been much of a challenge. Unlike many other challenges that I've done before and the ones that I'm still going to do or have done already that I just need to upload. But I guess the only thing that I have been struggling with during the night was just productivity. I think this whole thing of me not being able to sleep at night has been going on for some time, but I think it hasn't been like a big problem where I have to go to the doctor to have it assessed or checked or anything like that. But I think it was mainly because I didn't have data during the day and only had access to like unlimited data during the night, so I'd have to wait until it's midnight for me to be able to work. And that work wasn't necessarily productive work. I was already tired by the time midnight hit, and I used to watch a lot of stuff online after midnight, so it hasn't really been a productive time during the night, and it's just been a problem of not being able to sleep ever since, because of that habit that I've been grooming all these years because of that. So this challenge was more about how do we then use those disadvantages that we have, not being able to sleep at night, to our advantage, so that we can be productive when we are not able to sleep, right? And I think it's about time that we as a human race, or as like normal people, use those things that we are afraid of, or those things that really limit us, to our advantage, to use those things to make a better version, or as tools to make a better version of ourselves, right? Something to think about. Anyway, so back to the video, right? So what I really wanted to share in this video was the 5 things that really helped me to be really productive during the night when I was not previously productive. They might work for you, they might not work for you. I think it's also something that you need to maybe experiment yourself and see what really works for you. Are you more productive if you eliminate a certain habit or a certain thing that you maybe do or eat or whatever? It's all an experiment, and I think that's why I love these 7-day challenges. It's like I just try things out and see what really works for me and just tell you guys about it, and it's up to you to use it or not to use it, and to also try it yourself and see what actually really works for you, right? So the first thing that I actually decided to do was to not watch TV or Netflix after 6 p.m. And I think one of the reasons why I watch TV, apart from Scheme Some, was, I don't know, I think I needed to maybe stretch the hours of the night to be a little bit shorter. But the impact that I actually really saw when I watched TV, especially after 6, I used to watch like Scheme Some and all those soapies, and after that I would watch stuff on Netflix in order for me to be able to start working at like maybe like 10 or 11, so that I can, what I mean, right? So that really somehow impacted my productivity and my energy and my focus. Sometimes I would think about what I've watched during the day or earlier that night, and I would maybe like go on Google to search, okay, how do they do this? How do they cast that person? How, those behind the scenes things that I actually really love doing, and it somehow just leads you into this rabbit hole, and you never like you somehow just finish exhausted, and you obviously cannot be productive afterwards. So what I did the past couple of days was that I stopped watching TV from 6 p.m. I do not watch soapies or anything like that. I stopped watching Netflix for some time. If I do want to watch Netflix, I'd watch it during the day and nothing after 6 p.m. And that really helped me be productive and not having to think about Tokyo. Um, so, and then the second thing was to limit social media. Before this was difficult because I used to hotspot with my phone. Those data days. So, and I would have my phone next to me, but now I've got fiber. So sometimes I just turn off my phone and put it on the other room, and then I would work, I would focus, and when I do need to go back to my phone, I would go back to my phone, right? And that really helped me to be a little bit more focused, because sometimes when your phone constantly ring with like notifications and all these things, it's really easy for you to just also be distracted and reply to a message and then go to a status and then look, and then after a few hours you're like, oh my gosh, the time is gone, and then you're just tired after that, and then the productivity is gone. And then what happens is you end up just going back to watching TV, because then you don't find productivity, you're not productive. And that's what I've been doing. I've just been distracted on the phone, and then after a few minutes I'm like, you know what, I'm not doing anything, I'm not productive, let me just go watch TV. So then that's the habit that would happen. So I've decided I'm currently not on social media because I've just been editing some stuff. So I decided to focus to focus and to eliminate social media, because oh my gosh, I was addicted. The third thing was to drink coffee. I drink not too much coffee, but I love coffee. I don't think I can survive without coffee. It's something that really helps me. I don't know how, or I'm not really a medical person or a scientific person, but it just makes me happy. It just makes me alive. And if I don't drink coffee, there's just something wrong with me. But during the night, it really does help me to keep me awake. But it also, like I said, it makes me happy. I feel like when I drink coffee, there's just that satisfaction that I get, and that just helps me to be more productive. So apart from helping me to be awake, I actually don't like energy drinks because they never really helped me. So I don't know if other people prefer energy drinks as opposed to coffee, but for me, drinking coffee really helps, both to keep me awake and also, I don't know, it's just a mood booster for me. And then the fourth thing was that I used to take breaks, right? This could be like social media breaks or YouTube breaks, or just breaks just to walk around. I usually just go to the kitchen, grab something, and that actually leads me to point number 5, which I'm going to talk about just now. But taking breaks actually just, I don't know, it gives you the brain time to, I don't know, to also take a break, I guess, from just working on a single task for a very long time. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, you just want to quit because you've been working for so long on just this one thing. But I think when you do take breaks and you think about, other things, and you also go on social media for those few minutes, it really does help to take your mind off, just that task, right? And then about number 5 was to, eat something. I used to actually eat a couple of snacks, not necessarily just fruits and all these things, because you also don't want to make your mind or your brain feel like it's being punished, because you don't want to work the whole night and then give your body or your brain a broccoli or a carrot snack. That's a severe punishment. So grab like proper snacks, like biscuits and chips and all those things. I think they really help with that dopamine effect, and it's almost like a reward thing, right? So when your brain feels like it's taken care of, it also like rewards you with just this boost, this energy, like, okay, I'm gonna keep working harder because I'm gonna get that I don't usually have like chocolates, but like those chips, right, that I normally just don't eat. because of the healthy lifestyle. And just make sure that you brush your teeth, especially because you're eating like snacks and all these things, especially at this weird hour of the night. Make sure that you brush your teeth before you go to sleep. And it's actually a 5-day or 7-day challenge that I've actually done, which is about brushing your teeth for 7 days and the benefit of that. So look out for that next challenge, right? So yeah, so those are the 5 things that really sort of like helped me to be a little bit more productive during the night. I really hope this video has been helpful to you. I don't know what you're looking for, but for me, I've just been looking for productivity during the night because I've just been unable to sleep at night, and I thought, let me just use this to just focus on being productive and not just do something because I just can't sleep. So yeah, it's all about taking the disadvantages and turning them into machetes. Is it a weird example? But you get what I mean. But yeah, see you guys on the next one. Cheers.